What's up, everybody? This is AVC. Today, I got a couple stories about whenever I went out to a bar and just awkward tragedy happening. Now, I'm not one to normally go out to bars because I don't like being in large groups of people. I hate it. I have really bad social anxiety, and I prefer just to chill out at my place and not have to deal with a bunch of drunk people. And now, these experiences I had are normally an experience that females have at a bar that they have issues with, and that is getting hit on persistently and showing that you have no interest in it, but not getting left alone. Guys don't normally have this problem, or if they do, I suppose a lot of them don't care, but I care. I don't want people invading my bubble, and if you're persistently invading my bubble in a sexually aggressive manner, please go away. This is why I don't go to bars. So I have a few buddies that really enjoy going to bars, and they always ask me to go, and I would always tell them, no, I don't want to go to a bar. I don't like bars. I don't like going to parties. I don't like going to bars. I am just an incredibly boring person that I have no idea why you're friends with. I am the vanilla ice cream of social experiences. I am not fun. Well, at least I feel that way. Apparently they don't think so because they still hang out with me. But I did end up going to the bar with them finally because they wanted me to. Now, the first experience I had is I was there with about 2 or 3 of my buddies. And at this bar, there was an upstairs and there was a downstairs. And I had a few drinks with them because I didn't want to be a wet blanket. And I don't dislike drinking, I just don't like being around a bunch of people whenever I do drink. But I had a few drinks with them. And I got asked to follow them down to the basement because there's like some couches and chairs and sometimes strobe lights down there. And I went, all right, that'll be fine. Nobody will be paying attention to me down there. I can go down there, hang out on a couch, talk with my buddies, avoid everybody else. That was my game plan. It's a great game plan. I was shooting for that. So when I got down there, there was a group of about 2 or 3 females talking to one of my friends. And I walked up, which was mistake number 1. Never walk up to people. Just don't do it. Only terrible things happen when you interact with anybody. So, mistake number 1, I walked up. So this girl was quite obviously hitting on my friend, which immediately gave me the red flag of, I don't want to be here anymore. I'm going to go ahead and let them just, mutually flirt together. And I went to walk away, and then I suddenly got spoken to. So I turned around and said, hey, back, which was mistake number 2. I spoke back. And this girl was quite drunk. Far more drunk than me or my friend, or even as drunk as I was going to get that night. Way drunker than I would ever want to be. She was hammered. And she was telling my buddy that she wanted to go somewhere with him. And he let her know that, no, we're not going to do that. Which, good guy right there. She's very drunk. Don't go do anything that could be considered taking advantage of somebody. So I'm looking at him in awe like, you white knight, you're so awesome, not taking advantage of people in a situation where a lot of other people would. You're a good guy. You are a good guy. And this girl turns to look at me, walks up to me, and I kid you not, throws her hand down and grabs my crotch to tell me, and I quote, see what you are working with. What do you do when that happens? Do females commonly just get grabbed down in the crotch area outside of Donald Trump? I mean, I know he likes to do that, but do females normally just get grabbed down in the crotch by people? Well, I didn't know what to do in this situation. So I kind of just froze and tried to assess what I'm supposed to do. She started talking to me, her hand's still there, and I didn't hear anything she said. I started to slowly back away, and she said something to me. Don't know what it is once again. I literally turned around, walked away. Didn't say anything to her. I just walked away because I said, I don't know what to do in this social situation. I feel like I just got sexually assaulted. That's what it seems like. From what I understand, that is what it is. But what are you supposed to do in that situation? So I just walk away. And I go upstairs, and I go sit at the bar where there's a ton of people and was just waiting for the night to end. Now, don't get me wrong. if I had been okay with that, or she was somebody that I liked, or I had been literally anybody else, because I just don't like to interact with people in ways like that, unfortunately. Well, I should state, I don't like to act like that in public. Don't like my crotch getting grabbed in public. A lot of people probably do. I don't. I'm not one of those people. Don't grab my crotch in public. Grab it in private. I'm down for that. And I just end up going and sitting at the bar and being like, oh my god, never go to a basement again. Basement's off limits. Never again. And my buddy ends up coming up after that, and he kind of just had like a, what the hell was that? And I said, I don't know. What the hell was that? And I didn't see her the rest of the night. And I mean, I think I did a pretty good job of avoiding all people after that, but that was an unfortunate situation for me, because that was like 10 bars above the type of interaction I ever wanted to have tonight. So now my social anxiety is through the roof. I have such bad anxiety right now, because why would that happen to me? Do that to somebody else who actually likes being around people. Which at the time, I wasn't dating anybody or in any sort of relationship, but you know what? I don't want that just to randomly happen. I don't like just getting grabbed in my crotch without any warning or consent. No, you don't do that. So then I sat at the bar for a good portion of the night, and I talked with the bartender, and I talked with my buddy. And I don't really know where my other buddy was. He was somewhere lost in the bar. I imagine he's fine. Hopefully he didn't get sexually assaulted. So in this same night, a guy comes up and starts talking to me. And I start talking to him back, because I didn't want to be a dick. You don't just ignore people who are friendly to you. So I'm talking to him back, and he's a pretty friendly dude. And about 20, 30 minutes into him talking to me while I'm at the bar, he just comes out and says it. That he thinks I'm incredibly attractive. So now I'm like, oh no, not this again. Don't sexually assault me, please. Once a night is fine. Which is, actually, it's not fine, but once a night is enough. I'm done with it now. Now, he doesn't do anything like that. He's just a guy hitting on me at the bar. That's okay. That's fine. So I told him that I was incredibly flattered. Glad that he thought I was attractive. And he asked me if I wanted to dance. And I said no. I was like, don't want to dance with you or anybody else. And I let him know, like, I am straight. I don't like guys. I go, but I am incredibly appreciative of the fact that you think I'm good looking. Boost my ego. I needed an ego boost. That did it. And I was friendly with him and everything. And he then asked me if I wanted to dance again. And I said, no, I don't want to dance at all. And he didn't apparently get the message, because he asked me to go dance on the floor with him several more times. And I was getting very uncomfortable at this point, because I don't think the guy knew what no meant. So I tried to put it in terms that he might understand, and said, listen, I'm straight, and if the most attractive girl in this entire city comes up to me right now and asks me if I want to go dance, I would still tell her no, because I don't want to dance. I appreciate that you were flattering to me, but I already informed you that I'm not interested in that, and I could be friendly with you and have no issue as long as you stop trying to go get me to do stuff that I don't want to do. So he kept getting closer and closer, talking to me at the bar, and I had to end up telling him, dude, leave me alone. Like, it was fine when you told me that I was attractive and you wanted to dance with me. That was fine. I don't have any issue with that. But continuing to do it after I've already expressed that I don't want to do it? No. You stop it. There's too many of these experiences happen in one night. Does this always happen at bars? I don't know how you women survive, because I went to a bar once and this happened to me twice. It's so not okay. I feel like most guys don't go through these sort of experiences, but I don't go to bars enough to know. Maybe it happens to guys all the time and I just don't know. Well, anyways, he kept trying to get me to dance with him, and then a few times wanted me to get a ride home with him, and I didn't know what to do because no wasn't working. The bartender jumped in and said, dude, I do not think he is interested. And I looked at him with like a stare of approval, like a mental high five to him. He knew. He's helping me out. He's a good guy. And the guy seemed to get the message a little bit. ended up walking away, talking with somebody else in the bar. And one of his friends that he was there with, it was a woman, told me that he tries to get guys to go home with him a lot. And I said, well, what about if we say no? He goes, well, he's usually pretty persistent. He can get a lot of guys to do it. I said, okay, I'm leaving this bar. Everybody sexually assaults everybody here. Why is this bar allowed to be a thing? I mean, the bartender's really cool. He's looking out for people. But all the customers suck. So I ended up getting my buddy to take me home. And it was pretty late. It was like 1:30 or so. So the bars were going to close soon anyways. But I ended up to get him to take me home. It told him, this is what happens when I finally go out to a bar with you. I get sexually assaulted and somebody trying to whisk me off my feet into their car. No. This is the worst. This reaffirms my feelings that I don't like going to bars and being around people. People are the worst. And they grab you and stuff. And they try to make you dance when you don't want to dance. Don't want to dance. So I feel like this is a situation that females have to deal with a lot, because this is how I am normally told stories about when females go to bars and guys being creepy as hell. If this is what you deal with all the time, pepper spray the crap out of a lot more people. You're not pepper spraying enough people. Just start whipping that shit out and blasting everybody that comes up and continually talks to you after you let them know once that you don't want to do that. Nothing says I'm not interested like a kick to the balls and a pepper spray to the face. I'm so sorry if you girls have to deal with this all the time, because my anxiety was like 20 times higher than I ever wanted it to be. I was not having a good time, and now I don't want to go to bars anymore. I feel like most experiences shouldn't be that way. It's just unfortunate that one of the few times I actually went out, that is what happened. It sucked. I hated it. People are no good. Stop grabbing people's crotches. Talking to you, Trump. Stop grabbing people's crotches. They don't care if you're rich. Well, some people might, but just as a general rule, don't grab people's crotches. You gotta ask them. You definitely gotta ask them. And all in all, that was my experiences at a bar. I hope your experiences are better. Let me know if you've had any incredibly awkward experiences. I would like to hear about it so I can, feel better about me choosing not to go out to bars anymore. The more experiences I hear about that are terrible, the better I'll feel about never leaving my house. But all in all, I would call that night, creepy. Not fun. Terrible. Hated it. Would not recommend. Needless to say, I haven't been out to a bar in a while because I don't ever want that to happen again. I feel like it probably won't, but just to be certain, I'll stay home. Hey, if you like this video, go ahead and give it a like and subscribe. If you're not subscribed, you should do it. I mean, you don't have to, but you totally should. You should. So yeah, subscribe, like the video, and soon I will have out another video. This is AVSC, out.